If you build a custom home the wrong way, you can lose hundreds and thousands of dollars. And the crazy part is most people don't realize they're doing it wrong until it's too late. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through how to build a custom home step by step and where most people mess up so you don't. And make sure you stay until the end because I'm gonna share the one mistake that costs people the most money and almost everyone makes it. And if you find this helpful at any point, make sure you like, subscribe, because what most people think the process is not what actually happens. And if you get the first few steps wrong, you don't just make a mistake. You end up spending hundreds and thousands of dollars by redesigning your house, delaying your build, and blowing your budget before you even start. Hi, I'm Kameron with a K. I'm a high-end custom home builder, and here is what you need to know before you build your custom home. I do this every day. I'm actually building my own custom home right now, so I'm not giving you theory. I'm telling you how this actually plays out in real life. Let's start with the part where most people already go wrong. They jump straight into design. You hire an architect, you start designing plans, you fall in love with something that you're not even sure you're able to afford. And that right there is where the domino effect starts. And when the numbers come back too high, you're either cutting everything you wanted or starting completely over. So instead, I'm gonna walk you through the correct order step by step so you can do this once, do it right, and actually enjoy the process. The first step is your vision. And I don't mean saving a bunch of Pinterest photos or Instagram reels as inspiration. I mean understanding how you actually want to live. Do you entertain a lot? Do you want privacy? Do you want something low maintenance? Do you plan on growing into your home? Because what most people design is something that looks good, but doesn't actually function for their life. And that becomes a very expensive mistake because changing things later in the process costs significantly more than thinking through it upfront. Step 2, financing. Now, before we even get into budget, we need to talk about financing because unless you have $3 million laying around in your ceiling, you're gonna be working with a lender. And this is where I see people get completely out of alignment so early. You need to start checking lenders, you need to start checking rates, and most importantly, you need to understand what you can actually afford, not what you think you can afford. And something I like to recommend to all of my clients, even though I'm not a lender, is to look into a one-time closed construction loan. And the reason for that is simple. Only pay closing costs once. Instead of doing a construction loan and then refinancing it into a permanent loan, you're combining all of that into one process, which can save you a significant amount of money and simplify the process. The key takeaway here is this: do not design a home before you understand your financing, because your financing determines your real budget. And that brings us to step 3, your budget. Now that you understand financing, this is where the real budget comes into play. And before you talk to an architect and fall in love with the design, you need to understand your budget. A good starting point for building a custom home is roughly $350 a square foot and up. And that depends on finishes and complexity. But what most people don't account for is everything outside the house itself. I'm talking architecture, engineering, permits, site work, utilities, landscaping, the list goes on. And that is 12 to 15% on top of your build cost. So if you're planning for a $2 million home, you should have an extra $200,000 to $300,000 set aside for soft costs. This is where a lot of projects go wrong. Step 4. Finding the right lot. If you don't already have land, this step is critical because not all lots are created equal. A lot might look great online, but it could have a steep slope, bad soil, limited build area. For example, for my project, I am building on a 16% slope, which completely changes the foundation, the design, and the cost. So before you buy land, you want to actually understand what it takes to build on it. Step 5, builder versus architect. This is one of the biggest questions I always get. Do you hire an architect first or a builder first? And there's going to be a lot of different opinions out there, but the wrong move is hiring an architect first. You don't want to go through designing your dream home and then reaching out to a builder and finding out you can't afford to build it, because then you are spending time, energy, and money value engineering it just to get it down to your budget. The best approach I recommend people is to bring a builder on early because we help guide budgets, design decisions, feasibility, and timeline. So instead of redesigning multiple times, you are designing with your budget from the very beginning. Step 6, design phase. This is where your home actually starts to come to life. You will go through floor plans, exterior elevations, structural design, and my favorite, interior selections. This phase takes time, and the biggest mistake here is rushing it, because every decision you make here impacts cost, timeline, and how your home functions. The more intentional you are here, the smoother construction will go. Step 7, permits and pre-construction. Once your plans are complete, your builder will submit it into permitting. This can take anywhere from a few weeks to several months depending on the jurisdiction. During this time, your builder should be finalizing pricing, getting bids from trades, locking in schedules, and preparing for mobilization. This is not a waiting period. There is a lot happening behind the scenes. Step 8, construction. This is a part where everyone looks forward to because you can actually see all your hard work in motion. The main phases are site work and foundation, framing, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, often referred to as MEPs, insulation and drywall, interior finishes, and the final details. A realistic timeline is 12 to 18 months depending on complexity. And this is where communication with your builder is super important because things will come up. The difference between a good experience and a bad experience is how it is handled. Now, let's come back to what I said in the beginning. The one mistake that can cost you hundreds and thousands of dollars is starting design before fully understanding your financing, budget, and your lot. Because when you do that, you design something you cannot build on land that might not support it at a price point that you can't even reach. And then everything becomes reactive. You're redesigning, you're compromising, you're delaying, you just want to give up. The people who have the best experience building a custom home are the ones who get the order right in the beginning. And here's something almost nobody talks about: the cost that shows up after you finish building. Because a custom home isn't just expensive to build, it can be expensive to own if you don't plan for it properly. Things like maintenance, utilities, and long-term durability decisions can quietly cost you thousands every single year. For example, choosing cheaper materials upfront might save you money during construction, but if they wear out faster or require constant upkeep, you end up paying more over time. Same thing with things like roofing, HVAC systems, and even landscaping. If they're not designed with longevity in mind, you're constantly fixing, replacing, or upgrading them. And this is where smart planning during the design phase really pays off, because the goal isn't just to build a home you can afford today. It's to build a home you can afford to maintain long term. So when you're thinking about your budget, don't just ask, can I build this? Ask yourself, can I comfortably own this for the next 10 to 15 years? Building a custom home will be one of the most exciting things that you do, but only if you understand this process when going into it. If you're thinking about building or just starting to explore it, I'm going to be sharing a lot more about this process, including my own personal build. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. I read every single one of them, and don't forget to subscribe.